Three Loveland police officers involved in this violent arrest and booking of a 73-year-old woman with dementia are no longer with the department. The chief made that announcement saying that this is not the Loveland Police Department. Hello everyone, I'm Dominic Garcia bringing you CBS 4 News at noon, live on CBS 4 and CBSN Denver. Loveland Chief Bob Tyser said they are no longer employed and he was involved in that process. CBS 4's Dylan Thomas covered this since word of the federal lawsuit broke. Joins us from the Loveland Police Department. Dylan, this chief understands the impact of just that video that's so hard to watch.
Dominic, the chief telling us he was just as concerned as the rest of the community when he saw that initial body camera footage showing one of his officers throwing a 73-year-old woman who only weighed about 80 pounds down to the ground. She has dementia and he allegedly broke her arm. He says when he saw the video from inside the jail intake here at his police headquarters, that was even more disturbing as officers allegedly laughed about the entire ordeal. But now many are wondering how long the chief knew about all of this, given this happened about 10 months ago. This all took place in June of 2020. Karen Garner, who lives with dementia, was accused, of trying to steal $14 worth of goods from Walmart. Officer Austin Hopp, who had only been on the force for 1 year, forcefully arrested her, allegedly breaking her arm, separating her shoulder, and straining her wrist. She sat in a jail for 6 hours without medical help. The department claimed they didn't know she was injured. Recently, disturbing video was first unveiled by CBS 4 showing Officer Hopp admitting he felt her arm pop. He then showed off the video the moment that pop was caught on video, as he and other officers continued to laugh. Now, I asked the chief what his thought was when he saw the video of the officers joking about that arrest.
That is not the Loveland Police Department. That is not the Loveland Police Department. The Loveland Police Department is comprised of men and women that are out there taking calls for service right now, that are working very hard and honoring our community and serving with integrity and value and being trustworthy. That's who the Loveland Police Department is.
Now, the police chief tells us that he did not know about the serious injuries in this case, but he says some of his officers and apparently some of the command staff must have known at that time. Other officers who resigned in this case involve Officer Jalali, the fellow responding officer, the female officer who was on scene, and also the intake officer who was seen laughing at the video that day. We are told by the family's attorney that they are planning on protesting right here at Loveland Police tomorrow at 1 p.m. Reporting live in Loveland, Dylan Thomas covering Colorado First.